Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Hypermine Vanilla Server. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. I am feeling a bit mischievous, and we're over at Runwyld's castle. Let's get started. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're over here at Runwyld Castle. It has been a while since I've been here, and wow, he has gotten a lot of work done. Look at this thing. My goodness. If you're not watching Runwyld, go check him out, twitch.tv/Runwyld. But we're not here just to say, go check him out. We're here to play a little prank. Okay, so let's set this up, shall we? Last time we were together, I crafted one of these diamond hoes right here with the full intention of wearing it out on our villager farm. You can see it's way, way off in the distance, way out there. There we go. 2,700 meters away. I've got the waypoint beacons on from Journey Map just to help me come over here. And yeah, so we didn't wear this thing out. We went maybe not even halfway through it. Okay. And Runwyld has this great big expanse of grass right here. And what better thing to put on grass than a farm? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to roll a time lapse while I do it. So, all right, so let's get the music started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, we finally got that achievement. Let's bring that back up there. Look at that. Completely use up a diamond hoe and then reevaluate your life choices. Well, let's reevaluate our life choices. Well, we're not quite done, are we? It doesn't seem like we should stop while we're ahead. Let's just turn back around here. Oh, too far. Okay. And go back into our ender chest. You know that we couldn't just leave something like that to chance. We got another one hanging out back here. We got an Unbreaking 3 mending diamond hoe. Of course, we're going to keep going. We still got this entire side to go, and we'll see how long this one lasts. That's right. Let's see. You know what? We need to put down some other boxes as well. So I'm going to load up these seeds, and we're going to keep this time lapse rolling, and we'll see ya on the other side. Well, Runwyld, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit sorry for this. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let me show you what I've put together here. Sorry, Run, it needed something soap. And I've put the dirt back that I dug out to put in the water sources, but there you have it. I have gone through this whole thing. So he's done a little bit of landscaping on that side and over on the front, so I didn't bother with that, but every other spot I've completely covered in wheat. So anyway, I've left a sign, and now it's time to get back to the witch farm. We've got a couple of other farms to do in the perimeter, so I will meet you back over that way. All right, we are back here at the perimeter, and it's time to turn our attention to one of the next farms in our to-do list here. Take a look at Sugarcane, okay? So I've gone ahead and prepared the area where it's going to go. We're going to go off in this quadrant because, well, pretty much the other quadrants have stuff planned for them, so why not over here? We'll run those items into that item stream right there, up into this item elevator, and then I've moved the sugarcane over to this side instead of the other side, and we're going to put it right next to the slime balls. So it's going to go right in that slot. So what I'm going to do is make sure I've got plenty of materials for this thing. It's going to be kind of repetitive, but that means that it's high time for a time lapse. So let's roll the music and get started on this thing. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that time lapse. Here we go. We've got an automated sugarcane farm solution here at the perimeter, which is pretty cool. Let's bring back the HUD so we can see my arms just flinging about here. Okay, so this is a design that you've seen me put together before. You should be able to figure out how this thing works just from looking at it right here. We've got 2 rows of slime blocks right there that get pushed out by a sticky piston, and that punches off all the sugarcane and then sends it flying into the glass here, which then falls into a water stream down below, and that water stream keeps all of the sugarcane as items, so there's no extra hopper and then dropper comparator thing going on. Yeah, so we keep it fairly server friendly. What we're going to do though is try and get into the farm right here, which is easier said than done sometimes. I was having some trouble earlier doing this, but we should be able to get right here. No. Okay, and let's see if we can get on top of that. Yeah, all right, so we're good to go. We've got a hopper clock right here. This is one from TT Sewer Minecraft. There is a link in the description box below if that video is still available, but what we see here, I've got the hoppers fully set up. Let's see if we can go right here. So yeah, 5 stacks of items right here, and then just 1 item right here. And this thing does an alternate locking system. We get a single pulse out of this comparator right here when the items switch, and then that sends a pulse up this tower all the way up to the top, and we get an alternate pulse in each of these right here. You can see it, and it may switch as we come in here. I don't know. It just harvested, so you may not see something. And what we're doing... Oh, there we go. Okay, so we can't send a single pulse through this repeater. We have to send a double length tick. Otherwise, the piston's going to send out and leave the sticky blocks or the slime blocks out over top of the sugarcane. And we alternate all the way up. So a little bit of a difference from floor to floor. It's an alternating design in general across 2 floors. So the way the redstone torch elevator works, we've got our pistons on the lower level of these slime blocks right here on this level of the farm. And then here, notice that the slime block is on the upper level. And then if we go up just 1 more, we can see if we can get up there. Yep, there we go. So, and rinse and repeat. So it's a pattern that repeats every other level of the farm. We didn't go too high. We went just over sea level. So it's not, we don't have tons of storage up top, so I didn't want to go overboard with it. But it should be plenty. We got 2 double or 3 double chests plus all the hoppers, and not just that, but the minecart chest. So yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. If you want to see more detail, I can certainly put at least a showcase, maybe not a tutorial. It takes a lot of effort to do the tutorials, but if you want one, let me know. I'd be glad to put one together, but unless there is major clamoring for it in the community, I'm not going to do one. You should be able to figure out the mechanics by now. If not, I'd be certainly glad to answer your questions. But I think what we're going to do now is go back to the Taurus and see what we can get into next. Well, I think we've got time for one more, and well, it's not a secret to you since you already see what's in the title of the video. So we're going to turn our attention to the chorus fruit farm. I have prepared this one kind of like I did with the sugarcane farm. We're going to put this over in this corner or this quadrant, and I think that's fitting. We don't have much over here, so we're going to run it into this item stream, and then that means that we will have all of those things going into this side over here. So I probably should prepare that, but not quite. We'll get that farm going, and same as with the sugarcane, we will get all the items together. Say we've got plenty of, well, we need the coarse flowers, we need a bunch of glass and leaves and, well, all sorts of fun stuff. So how about that? 3 time lapses in one video? Yeah, I think we're going to do it. Let's get started. we have it. We're going from bedrock to build height on this one. You can just barely see the top of this farm way up there at 255. Yep, I went all the way to build height on this thing. It's because you get the best rates for a given run, so we might as well do that. We're using the Ilmango design for the flying farm, or flying machine chorus fruit farm. It's not the most efficient necessarily, but it certainly is very useful, and it gives you the opportunity of getting the chorus fruit pieces off the top. So I did a little bit extra that I didn't show you on camera, and this thing is not working down here. It's not, yeah, it's just not multiplying. We keep getting 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Now I'm not going to run this thing. Well, yeah, it takes a while for the thing to show up top, so we'll see. But let's just do this and let it go. Okay. And did that thing actually start? Yeah, there we go. All right, so we got a flying machine that's going all the way up. I'm not going to explain the whole thing. I will instead give you a link to the farm down in the description box below. But what I've done here is wrapped a tower around this to fit it into the overall build aesthetic here. Yeah, so you can see tower, round tower. Sugarcane farm is round tower. The only one that's not quite fitting in right now is the villager farms over there. And Condrick has done a slime farm way over there, which you might have seen in the Sugarcane farm showcase. But yeah, so what I've also done is put a minecart clicky elevator all the way up here. And let's get past the very noisy sticky pistons. And let's go all the way up here. It takes a while to click all the way to the top, but you know what? It's a lot better than trying to fly and get up there. All right, so up here, pretty bare bones. We just wait for the machine to show up. And it might take it a while. And, you know, if we don't get to it, that's cool. And yeah, let's see. Anything else of note up here? Minecart clicky elevator. We don't have a drop chute. Instead, I'm going to force everyone to drop back through the minecarts, which isn't a problem. They're held up by ladders, so you're not going to suffer any major damage. Shouldn't have any major damage, but yeah. So I wanted to just kind of showcase the additional things that I put around the farm. We should be crossing paths with it. There's the machine going past, and what I wanted to do is show you the extra stuff down near bedrock. It's kind of the same thing that you've seen before. We've got to take all of these items that are dropping. You know, I probably should have just put them into a water stream instead of going with a redstone mechanic here. Yeah, so all the items drop down into hoppers down there, and then that feeds into a dropper you can see right there. Let me just throw that out there and go. We've still got the elytra on. Excellent. And then right here. Yep, you see the items just dropping in, and see if we can maybe get a bird's eye view on things right there. Excellent. So you've seen this before. Instead of doing observers though, what I did is just a standard redstone clock because we don't want extra pistons going. I might go through and change that up elsewhere around because we got a lot of piston movement going on just AFK or just kind of passive. So we got to be careful of that around here. We're already starting to feel some lag in the perimeter, but you know what? It's not too much of a problem because this is kind of meant to be a lag central area. We're going to consolidate the lag, and then you just come AFK for a little bit, and there you go. So we should be able to go all the way back up to the top and send the flying machine back down. And then, yeah, all of those items go back into the main storage area back at the back. But yeah, I think we've done pretty well. We've had 3. That's right, 3. Hey, you know what? It proved me wrong. We got 2 of the flowers on that one. That's pretty cool. Let's throw that back in there. And then let's see if we can go all the way to the top. So we've had 3 different, what are they? Time lapses in this episode. We don't often do that. Don't get used to it. I can't say that it's necessarily something I want to keep doing. And the reason we've been able to do that is because, yes, I took 2 weeks off. And the reason I took 2 weeks off was because I was out visiting my new employer. Yep. So so I'm sorry for taking an extra week off. I didn't really mean to, but sometimes you do what you gotta do. And so I figured in kind of as a I'm sorry for taking that extra week. We're trying to get as much done in here. So what I want to do is get back to the central area. Let me cut and get over there, and we'll close out the episode. All right, there's a high-level overview of Condrick Slime Farm. If you miss that, then that means you're not following Condrick over on Mixer.com. So Mixer.com/Condrick. Link in the description box below. Lots of links in the description box below. So go down and check that out. So we've got a slime farm now, but it's not quite fitting in with the design ethic or aesthetic here. So I'm probably going to revisit that. We're going to leave that on the to-do list, but we have taken care of the beetroot, carrot, and wheat and potato farms. We've taken care of chorus fruit. We've taken care of the sugarcane and left Runwyld a little present. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I certainly enjoyed putting it together, and we should be back to some of my regular content. Again, we're going into the holiday season, which means things may get a little bit busy, but follow me on Twitter, and that way you'll know exactly what's going on the channel. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Ciao for now.